So the middle class was supposed to be safe, but right now they are the ones that are getting squeezed the hardest. Even with a decent income, low savings, rising debt, people are stuck and no one is teaching them how to break out. That's what this video is about. I'm Selena Kulkarni, chartered accountant for over 25 years, private investor and wealth coach. I have studied this, I have lived it, and I have helped hundreds of people escape the trap. So today I want to show you what most people are never taught, what financial literacy really is, how money flows and grows, and why mastering this skill changes everything about your future. Because without it, you're guessing, and that's where most people get stuck. With it, you're building deliberately. Financial literacy is the ability to understand how money works, how to earn it strategically, how to manage it wisely, how to grow it over time, and how to protect it from being eroded by taxes, inflation, and poor decisions. It's about knowing how money management, debt, savings, and investing truly work, understanding how the banks and governments and businesses move money, and recognizing that time, risk, and compounding are forces that you can either fight or harness. So it's not about memorizing financial jargon, and it's definitely not about chasing stock tips or crypto coins. It's about making confident, informed decisions with your money over and over again. So what does it actually mean to be stuck in the middle class? It looks like earning decent money but having nothing left at the end of every month. It looks like upgrading your lifestyle every time your income goes up without building anything lasting. It's feeling like you're doing everything right and somehow you're still behind. That's the middle class trap. And it's not caused by laziness or lack of effort. It's caused by never being taught the habits, structures, and thinking that actually lead to freedom. It's the kind of quiet stuck where everything looks fine from the outside, but inside you know you're not getting ahead. And here's the key. Financial literacy has almost nothing to do with your income. Think about it like this. Someone earning $500,000 a year who saves $10,000. Someone earning $100,000 a year who saves $10,000. And someone earning $60,000 a year who also saves $10,000. They're all in the exact same position when it comes to building wealth. Because wealth isn't built just by what you earn. It's built by what you keep, manage, and grow. And often, the person with the lower income, if they manage it well, ends up wealthier over time than the higher earner who spends it without discipline. But let's be clear, financial literacy is just the beginning. You don't need to just know how money works. You need to be able to use that knowledge. That's the difference between financial literacy and financial capability. So literacy is understanding the terms, the systems, the principle. Capability is the ability to make confident, real-life decisions with your money again and again. It's the shift from knowing to doing, and that shift is what actually builds wealth over time. So according to an OECD global study, more than 2/3 of adults failed basic financial literacy tests. Simple questions about interest rates, inflation, and diversification. Most people got them wrong. This isn't a small problem because whether you understand it or not, money is flowing around you every single day. And the less you understand about how it flows, the more you stay stuck at the bottom of the system. So here's a simple way to think about it. Governments create the rules through taxes, monetary policy, inflation, and targets. Banks move the money through lending, credit creation, and capital flows. And businesses capture the money by solving problems people are willing to pay for. Individuals, they either spend, save, or invest. And based on those choices, money either multiplies or it leaks away. So if you only ever act as a consumer, buying, borrowing, consuming, the system uses you to keep itself running. The wealthy don't just consume. They position themselves where the money flows to them, and they do it through ownership of businesses or investments or assets. So financial capability is what helps you step out of the consumer role and into the owner role. So let me give you a real-world example. During the 2008 global financial crisis, fear was everywhere. Markets had crashed, assets were selling for cents on the dollar. Now, most people panicked. They sold low and they locked in losses. But those with real financial capability, they understood market cycles. They understood that downturns create opportunities. So they bought income-producing assets at a discount. And when the markets recovered, they built extraordinary wealth. The difference wasn't luck. It was knowledge. Knowledge of how money moves through markets and emotions. So understanding flow is the first step. The second step is understanding how money grows. Because savings alone doesn't build wealth. In fact, if you're only saving cash, inflation is quietly eating your money every single year. True financial capability starts with financial literacy, but grows when you apply it consistently through owning productive assets, harnessing compound, and respecting time and risk. For example, if you invest just $500 a month at age 25, earning 7% per annum, by the time you're 65, that's $1.2 million. If you had waited just another 10 years, that number is cut in half. So it's not the monthly amount that makes the difference. It's the time and the knowledge. So most people drastically underestimate the power of compounding because they never really learn how it works. Financial literacy closes that gap. So without financial literacy, people chase higher salaries, but they spend it just as fast. They save in cash and watch their purchasing power erode. They invest emotionally. They buy high and sell low. And it's not because they're lazy or foolish. It's because they never learnt or never built the credibility to play the game well. But here's the truth. You don't have to stay stuck. You can learn the rules. You can master the flow. You can put time and money to work for you instead of against you. Financial literacy isn't optional anymore. If you want control over your future, if you want freedom from endless financial stress, if you want to build real durable wealth, it starts by learning how money flows, grows, and can be made to serve you. Because when you understand how the system works, you stop hoping for better outcomes. You start creating them. And that's where real financial independence begins. So now that you understand how money flows and grows, the next step is learning how to think long term. Because most people sabotage their future, not just through bad decisions, but by focusing on the short term. So in the next video, I'll show you why long-term thinking is the hidden superpower behind real wealth and how to start shifting your mindset to use it.